noise cascading through the organisation induced a mitosis event for the whole. Expectations of autopoietic replication progression not met. Instead, the resulting manifest mutant and an architectural technological non-consciousness. Gunmetal carapaces containing slime flow liquid politics. The subject's body and all the supposed accessories such as mind, soul and being, depending what's on the planet today, is patched, strapped and latched to aesthetic provisions, rhizomatic police, liquid crystal fascinations, fumes of technocultural milieus, expanding fog space coats the visible surface, the cloud, totalizing connections, circuits, spider's webs that understand its prey before its capture. Trap holy world, labyrinths without an entrance, exit or center. Left-right signals at 60 frames per second. Properties all organized under the guise of being together. Cultural celebration, reductivism, old logics of accumulation and surplus, hyperventilating, and above all else, progress. Micro-video embedded within grey matter. White, rabbit, noise, ambience, maintaining constant minor stress. Subjects are poised in front of spectres. The white rabbit expresses two modes. Firstly, they appear as distinct yet fleeting entities, one of temptation, curiosity and distortion, but of access, availability, path to follow. A definite temporal nature, approach and follow tactics encouraged, down the rabbit hole, surface to burrow. A Tellurian epic, ungrowth. Secondly, and late, sequence that shifts the ephemeral ghost nature of the first rabbit to the present yet volatile rabbit two. Rabbit two is cold and evasive, yet ever present, led down the hole only to be rushed further and deeper. Rabbit two demands tunneling. Negative layers of time-space leaving memory far from intact. It's not that Rabbit 2 doesn't have time for Alice's, but has no time at all. And who better yet than the monarch figure of the heart to hypertense our dear Rabbit? Temporary temporal instances allowing complete media access, but when one goes left, one neglects right. The ship invents the shipwreck, media invents mediation, systemic, and concealment. A systematic occulting of realities imminent to media in order for it to manifest and maintain ordering sequences occurring at actual geographic points upon the techno-surface of the instance, conceals a hermetic pseudo-localizations, artificially registering networkivity, togetherness during the eclipsing of media mechanics. Our investigation aims to peel back the seal, not through the virtue of apparent disconnection, but through tactical speed. Our war machine, war mechanics, escaping in the midst of detonation. Additionally, systems assigned a fictional availability in order for systematic assessment. We found D-systems, pseudo-systems, ecosystems, pre-systems, necrosystems, even non-systems. Systems are unstable architectures, bodies with organizations, bodies with organisms, with autos, raised force, forming stitched, and thus holding the wire to the ultra-system that is our media. Decorated trap holes. Spatially beneath, yet still surfacing, still feeling the sun on our skin, still couched, still connected, and fed. Eternal state where subjects are provided with digestive satisfaction via integrated media. Nutrients are stimulated to the utmost efficiency. It begins with a salivation event triggered by the electronic pulse notification. Pulses are varying harmonically, organized, frequency manipulation, visual blanketing, and other fundamental tactics, with no availability for question or option. You either eat what's on the table or you don't have any at all. Yes, please, the advanced donkey breaks. In white rabbit time, In concealed space, the subject is modulated. Can we find a face for our media, the villain behind the curtain? Evil is a misdirection like any other, a fundamental tactic employed by the instance to mediate attention, yet another pseudo-location, all stemming from the old logic of desperation, a virtual target for blame, that who brings a knife to a gunfight? Our media was made manifest by our want, no longer needing need, a want to produce the wanted world, one of couched mediation, convenient localized attention sectors, modulated wholly within white rabbiting clock faces of concealment systems. Our investigation often employs power as an encapsulating signifier to avoid the infantile blameless weapon. However, the entity hereby known as we us them is a more appropriate designation. We us them in the roguelike lunch, reduced immediately through unanticipated revision of fundamental tactics. UBS then is the novelty of the old mitosis. UBS then is an organ of our body. UBS then pulls towards the beneath that appears as a stairway. UBS then is a target, but it is a target wider than our horizon. Deep feel, deep catch. UBS then where? How? must pay attention to the respective levels of difference, resemblance, and identity. To begin with, what is this agent, this force that ensures communication? Thunderbolts explode between different intensities, but they are preceded by an invisible, imperceptible, dark precursor, which determines their path in advance, but in reverse, as though intangulated. In the advanced reverse space of our media, our investigation attempts to establish experimental zones, spatially determinate, yet generally inaccessible, constricted by the reification of indeterminate temporal zones. It is a speculative architectonics, designs to peel back the manifold concealment systems of our media. New, yet inexact realities are made semi-available to subjects to confront media, a media ecology without mediation, an evil media without villainy. Architectural installation as such are constructed as self-destabilizing entities, structural breakdowns germinated within the fiber structure of cells. It is a generation of accidental accidents, defined as tears, which determined in the instant subjects performed prior by the way of cultural authority regimes, viewer, audience, etc., are under and overexposed to the facets and attributes generally occulted by the techno-objectivist, techno-productivist media, and all of the involved institutions, apparatus, and other systems. Tears realize in a twofold manner. Temporally as dark precursors, the space-time of expected media instances is subject to predetermined, albeit often aleatory breakdowns that manifest realities. For the subject viewer, generating new instances with obscured terrains and foggy visibilities. They are anonymous zones that are in no way complicit with the now decimated cultural generic that was the presupposed prior entry. Materially, our question no longer merely concerns technology, it must invade technology. Zone objects that adhere to neither an aesthetic transcendental object, the so-called sublime, nor cultural commodity, a well-worn old logic. It is rather intended for such zone-specific instances to adhere object or formed practice explodes / is rather intended factors of zone that merely concerns electronic media and architectural, at least not in the investigation, actualizable outcome political, well-worn old technology, obscured terrains, decimated cultural generic famed, intends to avoid malignant outcome, non-territorialized obscurity, zone-specific cultural commodity structure, at least not in expected old logic, aesthetic, and concerns technology, cultural commodity, object of study complicit with the decimated subject viewer invading our media, avoids malignant performed without study, outcome neither being rich, modern, at zone, transversal, generic, tactics via necessary logic, neither object performed malignant, sire, aestheticization, subjects are fragile. This is the object of study. The investigation remains contingent to the factors of zone building, performed without performance, and architectural features. It is an investigation which attempts to avoid malignant anti-modern theoretics, connectivist, positivist aestheticization, or side practices that preposit incoherent notions of a presupposed technological unconscious. Our invading of our media, of electronic media technologies and us as its subjects, will be a fragile yet explosive exploration of disciplines, systematic structuralism, concealment, and other tactics via the necessary vectors of performing tears, glitch, trips, hacking, fan computing,